Hey lads, how we doing? It's time for the watch along, and it's going to be a good one today. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Arsenal versus Manchester City serves up a right cracker. This one. Now, before we get started, the main question for the people in the chat is, and I said to Josh that this is the first thing I'm going to do. Willian bingo. Now, Willian is on the bench. Please put in the comments what time you think Willian is coming onto the pitch tonight. Josh said 64th minute, which is a good shout, to be honest. I'm going to go for 60th minute. Now, we did this last week when Arsenal played... Who did Arsenal play last week? Leeds. We did Willian bingo, and I was about 2 or 3 minutes off, and Josh was about 4 or 5 minutes off the other way. So, if anybody can get it today, I'll give you a massive round of applause. So yeah, that's William Bingo. Now we've already got someone coming in. 72nd minute, is that what you're saying? 63rd minute says Russ. Hello Russ, how you doing, mate? Hope you're all doing well. What do you think the score will be, Kieren? Now I'll get into the predictions in about 2 minutes or so. I'm just going to run through the teams. You can see it on the bottom of the screen, running along the ticker. So for Arsenal, they've got Leno in goal, Tierney, Mari, Holdit and Bellerin. No Gabriel or David Luiz, they're both on the bench. El Neni and Xhaka sitting in front of them, Pepe, Odegaard and Saka, and then Aubameyang leading the line. For City, they have Ederson, Zinchenko, Stones, Diaz, Cancelo, Gundogan, Fernandinho, Bernardo Silva, and then the front three, Sterling, De Bruyne and Mahrez. So for City, it's very strong. But if we just look at the benches for a second, this is insane. This is probably one of the strongest benches in Premier League history. So for Arsenal, not Arsenal's bench, by the way, they've got Ryan, Cedric, David Luiz, Gabriel, Ceballos, Smith Rowe, William, Martinelli, Lacazette. And for City, they've got Stefan, Laporte, Mendy, Rodri, Jesus, Aguero, Walker, Foden, and Ferran Torres. That has to be one of the strongest benches I've ever seen in my existence. We have got some more William Bingo entries though. We've got hey Kieren, how are you? I'm all right, Kyle. How are you? We're gonna win later on, Kyle, aren't we, Man United? We're gonna beat Newcastle. William Bingo, 70 minutes. Now we've got 70 minutes, we've got 50, we've got 63rd. Ronaldo has said I was gonna say 64th, but Josh took that guess, so 72nd. Now, everyone keep your predictions in your mind for the William Bingo. We'll come to it in the end. And we'll see who was right. And whoever's right, I'll give you a massive round of applause. Sorry, not much of a prize, but that's all I'm giving out today. I'm doing good, thanks, mate. Good. I'm glad everyone's doing well. I'm glad everyone's doing good. But yeah, we will get into the predictions for this game. Now, it's probably the only time I am going to be an Arsenal fan for 90 minutes because I want Arsenal to win because I'm a Manchester United fan myself. So come on, the Gunners. Ya Gunners, ya, as Ozil used to say. But yeah, I want the Gunners to win, but I don't think they'll win. I think Manchester City will blow them out of the water today. I think it'll be 3-1 to City. And if Chris is in the chat, he knows I love a 3-1er. So I'm going to go with 3-1 to City. You guys get your predictions in the chat as well. I'd like to hear what you guys have got to say. And if you want to talk about anything else about football, in anything really, I can always put my opinion towards anything really, any questions asked, because there will probably be points in the game that get a little bit dead. So we probably will need something to talk about. Kyle said, hell yeah, we're going to beat Newcastle 2-0. I hope it's a bit more convincing than 2-0, Kyle, because the way Newcastle are going at the moment, they're going down and we're on the up. So let's hope we can take that 4-0 against Sociedad and put it to good use. Russell said Arsenal 1 City 2. Yeah, that's a safe prediction, to be fair. It might be a close game, but I just can't see it. Dazza said 2-1 Arsenal. Now, if that happened, there would be limbs in this room and in this stream. Jesus. Bernardo said 3-0 City, yeah. David Luiz on goal, Gundo and Foden to score. Chris is in the building as well. Highlight up you all. I hope you're well, Chris, after that loss yesterday. Unfortunate. Newcastle defence is in shambles. United should win 4-0 or something. I mean, speaking of shambles, Bernardo, what happened to Tottenham earlier? You got linged. You got Linged. You got linged by Lingard. I mean, you let him dance on you as well. That's something you can't let him do that. Chris said, how many goals will City score in this game? I mean, I'm going for 3. Chris, you can probably guess my prediction already. I'm going for 3-1. I don't know if you were in the stream when I said that. I can only demolish him. Maybe crazy, but 6-0 City. The thing that makes me think it's not going to be a demolishing is the fact that Arsenal are probably going to sit 11 men behind the ball for 90 minutes because they've got 2 sitting midfielders. They've gone with El Neni and Xhaka in there, who will just sit in front of that defence and not move all game.
However, it might be a masterclass from Arteta, and I will give him props if he beats Pep Guardiola today. But I mean, the fact that that this is probably the best form Man City have been on in over a year. They look absolutely unstoppable at the moment. It's going to take some force to stop them. So it's just a weird one, but I hope that Arsenal win, but I just can't see it. Man City love winning away. 3-0 to Arsenal, so 3-0 City. 3-0 away to Arsenal, yeah, that's last year. So 3-0 City. That's, you know what, that's a safe prediction. I remember the 3-0 last year. Kieren, quick question for you. Do you see Leeds staying up this season? Yeah, I think Leeds will stay up this season. I am just going to get the Prem table up just for a second. 1 second. Apologies if you hear me typing. I'm just getting the Premier League table up so I can have a look. Leeds are on 32 points. Fulham in 18th on 22 points. There's a 10-point gap. I mean, that's more than enough, I think. But of course, still 14 games to play for Leeds. I think Fulham, they've put themselves in a good position to get out of that bottom three now. So, I mean, it's looking good for Fulham. I think they're the best side out of all the sides down there. Because they got a good win against Everton last week too. No, Josh Maja scoring on his debut, scored a few on his debut. So, yeah, I mean, this game today, I'm expecting a very, very dull affair. I'm not going to lie. However, I want them to prove me wrong. We are about to get underway. I'll keep the teams on the bottom of the ticker just so people have something to look at. Got to love people asking in the comments who's the referee this game. Does it matter? All in this useless country. I don't even know who the bloody ref is. I never check who the ref is. It's not if it's Mike Dean. I know it's Mike Dean because there's a red card. If it's Martin Atkinson, I know it's Martin Atkinson because there's a dodgy decision. But speaking of dodgy decisions, we'll play VAR bingo as well. VAR bingo in the chat. We'll have a game of VAR bingo. When's the first VAR call going to be made? VAR bingo. Get your VAR bingo calls in the chat. Should we have when I'm doing a live stream, we'll just have bingo. We'll just play bingo with everything, and you'll get a round of applause for winning. Yeah, VAR bingo. Chris Watcher said it's John Moss refereeing. Yes, I see John Moss. Jesus, the referees. We need some new refs, don't we? Sterling offside disallowed goal at 23. Should we play offside bingo as well, Bernaldo? But we are underway in this game at the Emirates. We are going to actually play VAR bingo though, so put your predictions for VAR bingo in the chat. Why the bloody hell not? I'll have a bit of fun. VAR bingo, 10th minute. John Moss is the ref. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, Arsenal doing a little bit of early defending. They have got the ball away though. We need foreign referees. Do you know what? When it's UCL, the referees are a lot. 1 second, I'm just going to stop because Mahrez is wide on the wing against Kieren D. Cuts inside, still going, puts a ball into the back post, and Rob Holding only fires it away. Far as Sterling misses the shot, and his clearance away is cleared away. But yeah, back to Diaz. His clearance away is cleared away. Oh, Jesus Christ! VAR bingo, 32nd minute. Now keep your predictions in your head. Sorry, not keep your head. Keep them in your head after you put them in the chat, so you can remember which minute you said, and we'll see whoever wins. Daz has said 3 minutes VAR bingo. Also, I do want to VAR bingo 29th minute. Jesus Christ. Mahrez on the left-hand side, up against Kieren D. Lovely ball into the back post, and it's headed in by Sterling. What a start to this game. And I mean, Raheem Sterling winning a header up against the two Arsenal centre-halves is absolutely criminal. And Manchester City have started this game excellently, and it's 1-0 already. Raheem Sterling on the scoreboard. I mean, what is that? That is absolutely abysmal defending from Arsenal. The fact that they've allowed Raheem Sterling to win a header, I'm just going to change the scoreline real quickly, to win a header between Holding and Bellerin. Bellerin just doesn't even track him at all. Oh, Jesus Christ. Chrissy said VAR bingo 29th minute. It's a lovely ball in from Mahrez, don't get me wrong. But it's an absolute calamity that nobody's picking up Sterling. He's not even tall enough to win a header against Holding, let alone Bellerin, who's not he's probably the same size as Sterling, but Rob Holding has to do a lot better there. But the cross from Mahrez is really good to pick out Sterling. And that's his 8th career goal versus Arsenal. And I mean, I can see why we're defending like that. But yeah, well then, lol. 1 down, 5 to go. This is a very long game for Arsenal. Honestly, with City scoring in 2 minutes, it could be a very long game for Arsenal. I've got to watch AFTV now. Honestly, want Arsenal to lose very badly for AFTV. I mean, everyone wants Arsenal to lose for AFTV. I don't want them to lose because I want to win the league this year. It might be an unrealistic shout, but let's go out there and let's win the league this year. It's not going to happen. But I bet Ronaldo, seeing Arsenal lose is probably making you a lot better after seeing West Ham beat Tottenham earlier and seeing Lingard dancing to you. I am never going to let you live that down, by the way. So here comes City again. De Bruyne's putting a ball to the back stick. It's Mahrez who's free as a bird again up against Kieren D. He takes him onto his left foot. Has to go back, though, to, I think that's Stones. It's absolutely wonderful football by City. Mahrez looks to float another one. He's stopped, though. And Cancelo now. Going to have to recycle the ball back a little bit, but City are absolutely camped in Arsenal's area right now. So we've had VAR bingo, we've had Willian bingo so far. Make sure you remember your predictions in your head so we can come to them later. Someone said 3rd minute, 3 minutes. I think it was Daz said 3 minutes. So Daz, we are in the 3rd minute technically. So if there is a VAR call next 25 seconds or something, you will be right. Arsenal's defence is just an incarnation of Eric Dyer. Oh dear. Dyer, should I say. But they're coming forward again, Man City, with Mahrez, who's probably been seen the most of the ball in the first 4 minutes of the game. Yeah, I just do want to put a disclaimer out there. If you are ahead of me in the game, please don't put anything in the chat. Don't spoil the goals or anything. You're here for my reaction. You're here to watch the game alongside me. Please do not spoil anything in the chat. I know everyone who's normally in here is a regular now, so you probably know. But just in case we have any newbies in here, just please don't spoil anything in the chat. After I've reacted to the goal, feel free to put whatever you want in the chat and react to the goal with me. But do just wait for me to react to the goal or incident first, if you know what I mean. Thank you very much for that. Now the housekeeping's out of the way. Manchester City are absolutely all over Arsenal right now. I don't think Arsenal have had the ball in Manchester City's half in the opening 4.5, 5 minutes of the game. And Bernardo Silva is finding so much space. What a ball from Fernandinho. Crossfield to Mahrez. Up against Tierney again. Puts it on his outside to De Bruyne. Ball across. I mean, it's a good clearance away by Xhaka in there, but he's going to have to do a lot of that, Granit Xhaka, cutting back and clearing from his own box. Chris has said Ty is stunned. Kieran, would you start Diallo for the Newcastle game? No, because I think Greenwood will play. I think Greenwood will play on the right. The thing with Diallo is, you've got to remember, Kyle, he is very young. And even though he looks really good, I'm just going to stop because De Bruyne puts one through for Sterling. He's in, and Sterling onto his left. Good defending by Holding, and it should be 2-0. I'm not going to lie, it really should be 2-0, but Leno gets a grasp of the ball in his hand, and Sterling fluffs a massive chance. He's miles onside. Pablo Mari's playing him onside, gets it in the box. One touch, absolutely sells Hector Bellerin. Holding gets a little flick on the ball, which takes it into the path of Leno. And I mean, absolutely calamitous defending again from Arsenal. It should be 2-0. But here come Arsenal at the other side. Finally, they've got a little bit of attacking football going. Here's Aubameyang, left-hand side of the penalty area. Cuts back, and Fernandinho robs him of the ball and does really well to win a throw in Fernandinho. You should start Diallo in the second leg. You're already through. Yeah, I think that's when we'll see him start, which is what exactly I was going to say, Chris. We'll probably see Diallo start in the second leg against Sociedad. I wouldn't start him against Newcastle just because I think you got to remember he is very young and he's going to take a bit of time to adapt to Premier League football. We don't want to rush him into the game yet. He's got so much time to come and be a starter player in our squad. He could be he's one for the future for sure. Just don't want to rush him in, of course, because we've got the likes of Greenwood, we've got Rashford, we've got Martial. The good thing is, I say the good thing, obviously it's not good having Cavani injured, but it means that we probably will see him off the bench at some point tonight, which is a really positive thing. Of course, we've got Shola Shortire on the bench as well, who's one of the youngsters who just signed a new contract. He looks really good in the under-23s as well. And I mean, we've got Hannibal in there, the under-23s. We've got a lot of academy players coming through that look really promising. And I'm excited to see them grow, especially Diallo. Because I don't know if you guys watched the Thursday show with me and Rowan. I was absolutely screaming for Diallo to come on because we were 4-0 up. And I'm like, yeah, what's the point? Just give him his debut. We had 5 subs anyway. He did eventually come on with about 8 minutes to go. And he's put in a good show for himself. Speaking of putting in a good show for yourself, Mahrez has been absolutely all over him, and he's over Pablo Mari again. Cuts onto his right foot. Mahrez, deflection, just wide. And Manchester City could have been 3-0 up inside 7 minutes so far. It's an absolute domination at the moment. Pablo Mari does not know what to do against Riyad Mahrez. Cuts onto his right, onto his left. Bang. Good block by Tierney. It should be 2-0. Sterling missed a chance earlier, and that could have probably gone in. Greenwood probably best finisher at your club. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. It's a good statement. It's a safe statement. But also to Jerry for De Bruyne, first time shot, doesn't catch it at all. We're normally used to seeing him bend them into the top corner from that range. Good corner routine by City, but De Bruyne's finish is very, very, very lackluster. Greenwood probably best finisher at your club. Yeah, I agree, Chris. Okay, Probably should take time with him instead of rushing him and maybe burn out. Yeah, exactly. We don't want him to do that. We don't want him to burn out. A little bit like Rashford did like a few years ago. Peter Banks is the VAR official today. Thank you very much for that, Russ. So if anything goes wrong, we can blame Peter Banks and John Moss. I mean, John Moss is probably used to getting half the blame, isn't he, really? But we are 8 minutes into this game. Do put your predictions in for the Man United game later. We'll see what happens in that game later. Of course, we're not doing a watch-along. The watch-along for tonight is PSG Monaco. It's going to be hosted by Rowan, who's going to be live at about, I think it's 8 o'clock the kickoff. I think it's 8 o'clock. Now, I would have done it if Man United weren't playing, but unfortunately, I say unfortunately, Man United are playing. Fortunately, Man United are playing, so I get to watch my team in action because, do you know what? This season, I've actually enjoyed watching them. But Arsenal, finally in Manchester City's final third with Bellerin on the right to El Neni. Bellerin again. Got to go back to Xhaka. Out wide to Kieren D. Aubameyang's going to run to the middle. If Tierney can put a good cross, he might be able to pick him out. And they get a throw-in right next to the corner flag, Arsenal. Decent chance for them to get something on this. Get a ball in the box, maybe. Kieren D come back into the squad, of course, from injury. He's a very injury-prone player, isn't he? He could be one of the best left-backs in the league, but very injury-prone. And I don't know what's happened, but John Moss is calling it back, I think, for a free kick. Man United 1, Newcastle 2. Sheffield United beat Man United, so why can't Newcastle? Oh, I hope you're not right, Russ. But if you know what, it probably will end up going that way. It's one of them games. So it's one of them games. I don't like playing Newcastle because they normally play well against us. Where are your cameras? I don't actually have a camera. Window back fan club don't have a camera. The other guys have cameras. I don't. So easy win for United. Even I said that for versus West Brom and Sheffield United. Look what happened. I mean, yeah. I said easy win for you yesterday, Chris, but I mean, Everton played quite well, to be honest. It wasn't a penalty, though. If Gundogan scores, I'm done. Who do you support, Winval fan club? Sorry if I'm butchering your name, by the way. De Bruyne absolutely snaps in half by Saka. Easy free kick there for John Moss to give. Man City, like I said, 10 minutes into the game, absolutely dominating Arsenal. Be interesting if they show the possession stats from the first 10 minutes of the game because it's been absolute utter demolition so far. You spot Man United? Yes, good lad. Spots Man United. So we've got 3 Man United fans in the chat already. We have me, Kyle, and then Winver. So that's good. The Man United fans are here. They're in full force. Of course, spotted Red Devils. Yep, the Red Devils. We love them. Ball downfield looking for Sterling, though, and Bellerin's going to defend that, but the header away is only going to go as far as Gundogan. He tries to turn into midfield. Rob Holding goes down. Gundogan goes down under pressure from Rob Holding. No free kick given. Russ is a Leeds fan. Nice to see some Leeds fans in here. Yeah, dude, put in the chat who you support. I pretty much know who you all support, but just in case I am mistaken, stick in the chat who you support. Of course, Russ is a Leeds fan. Winval's a Red Devils fan. Chris is a Liverpool fan. Kyle's a Man United fan. Bernardo Tottenham. I don't know who Daz supports. Daz, if you're still in the chat, do put who you support in the chat. I'd like to know who everyone supports. Well, yeah, City again coming from the back. 11 minutes into this game, it feels like it's only just bloody started. I'm a Deadpool fan, so you're a Wrexham fan, Chris. Is that what you're saying? Ruben Dias gives the ball away to Pepe on the halfway line, and Saka and Pepe tried to combine, but Fernandinho's in there to cut it out. Back to his best recently for Fernandinho as well. Lol, Deadpool. Zinchenko for City to Gundogan. I mean, this is it for City. They just keep the ball so well. They move it around so fast, and honestly, they're really fun to watch, aren't they? They're just a good team to watch. I know a lot of people don't like them, me included, just because they're so good. But they're so fun to watch, aren't they? Just going to get a drink real quick. So we are about 12 minutes into the game. So we've got 30 plus minutes for Arsenal to try and find the goal in the first half. There's a long way to go, of course. If they can keep City 1-0 for the rest of the half, maybe going at half-time, you're a Bohemians fan, Kyle. I did not know that. I did know you were from Ireland, but I did not know you were a Bohemians fan. That's interesting. Arsenal might finally get forward now, though, with Bellerin. Tries a reverse ball to Pepe. It's not a good ball, and Raheem Sterling's tracking back there and does really well to win the goal kick against Pepe, who's pressing him. And with Pepe, Deadpool, good film, obviously. I think Liverpool is dead, so I call him Deadpool. Ah, right. Right. Okay. Right. It took me a minute to get my head around that, Chris. I'm not going to lie. But I've got it now. I've got it. I'm with you now. How's everybody's FPLs doing, by the way? Because I've got a juicy 10 points this week already. Bohemians Island. They are an Irish team, I think. I am right out there, Kyle. They are Irish. Yeah, I've got a juicy 10 points in the FPL this week. It's not looking good for Fred Devils, which is my FPL team. And most of those 10 points came from Lingard scoring earlier. He got 7. I have, however, got Guaita, Maguire, Joe Ward, Fernandez, Eze, and potentially Cavani if he's playing later on tonight. So, yeah. But in terms of our FPL league, I am 6th at the moment. So I've got 2 of Will's mates absolutely pissing all over us pretty much. They've got 1,492, 1,467. Then Will's dad's got 1,404. Then Will's got 1,337. Then KL's got 1,269. I've got 1,254. Josh has got 1,191. Then another one of Will's mates got 1,156. And then Rowan's all on his own on 977. I mean, he's struggling this year, poor lad. But he can do. He does his best, doesn't he? So yeah, let me know how your guys' FPLs are doing, or Sun fantasy team, whatever you do the fantasy, and I'm sure we all do the fantasy Premier League in some sort of in some app. Because I know there's the Sky app, there's the Sun, there's the FPL app, obviously on the Premier League official app. But yeah, City coming forward again. It's a nice little 1-2 between Zinchenko and Gundogan. Zinchenko stands on the ball, finds De Bruyne. De Bruyne harassed by Holding. How many did Lingard score? He scored 1. But he got 7 points for me. I tell you, Real Sociedad are absolutely dicking all over Deportivo. 4-0 up now. De Bruyne, a brilliant pass looking for Gundogan. And it was another half chance, I'm not going to lie. If the ball was had a little less power on it, it's a really good ball. And Gundogan probably puts that in the back of the net, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, he's onside. Good ball through to Gundogan. And I mean, he probably would have scored the form he's on. Absolutely sat Davinson Sanchez on his backside last week. I'm sure Bernardo's got got nightmares of that. But 15 minutes in, and it's gone exactly the way I thought it would have done. And Manchester City are absolutely all over Arsenal. They seem to always be all over Arsenal. But yeah, if we look at most goals since the start of December, Ilkay Gundogan on 11, 2 ahead of Salah, and then 4 ahead of Fernandez, Maddison, and Souček, who are all on 7. I mean, it just shows. I mean, he has been taking penalties, to be fair. It does show the importance he has to this City side, of course. He's just such... His late runs into the box are so good. Deportivo is bad. They are bad. They're absolutely getting dicked by Sociedad. Alexander Isaac has scored a hat-trick. I'm just checking my bet. I put a 16 fold on of all the teams' odds on to win today. And Fenerbahce are letting me down. Bloody Fenerbahce getting beat by Götze to pay. But yeah, other than that, everyone's bloody winning. I've got Man United, so they'll probably let me down later. But Ruben Diaz running out of defence, takes it past Aubameyang and Saka. And then out wide to Mahrez. Mahrez just stands on the ball a little bit, waiting for people to run into him. I asked to go back, though, to I think it's John Stones back there. Yeah, John Stones' form's changed, hasn't it? I mean, that kind of coincided with the former Manchester City changing, and they've been absolutely excellent since he's come back into the side. Most people would have thought his Manchester City career was over, but I mean, he seems to have revitalised his footballing career, especially in the last couple of months. Of course, he's been scoring a few goals, defending well, and that partnership of Diaz and Stones looks absolutely impeccable right now. But here is John Stones on the halfway line. Dan Barca tied. They did tie. Barcelona did tie 1-1 with Cadiz. Last minute penalty from, I think it was Fernandez. But Bernardo Silva, Mahrez is offside. Yeah, Mahrez caught offside there. 17 minutes in. Anybody got anything they want to talk about in the chat? Do feel free to put it in. It's not just a straight up watch along. We can talk about anything. Just checking Twitter to see if there's any leaked team news from Man United later. Mental, isn't it, that Thiago joined Liverpool in September 2020. It's come to the end of 2021 February, and he still hasn't won a match at Anfield. To be fair, he has been tired. He has been injured, but it's not a good start to have. Arsenal now have the majority of their players in the Manchester City half, but the ball forward by Holding. Cancelo's just headed it straight up in the air. Saka's onto it. Saka onto his right foot. Finds Tierney. Tierney back to Saka, who shoots. Blocked by Aubameyang, his own player. I think that might have been going in. Oh, what a chance for Saka. And of course, the offside flag goes up because it hit Aubameyang. But once that ball going in, we're going to see a replay. It's lovely football between Saka and Tierney. Saka reverse pass to Tierney. Tierney, good ball back to the edge of the area. Aubameyang, is that going in? I think that might be going in. I'm not quite sure. I can't tell from that angle, but it hits Aubameyang, and of course Aubameyang stood in an offside position, so it's given as a free kick to City. But the first time Arsenal have really come forward and put any danger on the Arsenal on the Manchester City backline. Who is the best player in Italy? Now, do you mean in the Italian squad, or do you mean in the Serie A? Because if you're talking Serie A, it's probably Ronaldo. If you're talking Italy's, right, so you are talking Serie A. Yeah, Martinez, Ronaldo, Lukaku, Dybala. I like Dybala. Who else is there in Italy who's good? I like Immobile. Zlatan, yep. Ronaldo said Zlatan. There's a few good players in Italy who are really good. Who else is there? I like Chiesa. I don't think he's one of the best, but I like Chiesa. I like Nicolo Barella as well. Who else is there in Italy? I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Anyway, Rob Holdings give the ball away, and now Raheem Sterling down the left-hand side. Ball into De Bruyne. It's not a good pass, and he's complaining at them. De Bruyne and Sterling having a little bit of word. Yeah, Kyle said Lukaku. Probably Lukaku and Martinez are unplayable when they play together. Absolutely fantastic, both of them today again. Arsenal finally do actually get a chance to get the ball under the feet of one of their players, though. Unfortunately, it's Bernd Leno who's got the ball at his feet for the goal kick. So let's see what Arsenal can do in the last 25 minutes this first half. I mean, I'm not expecting much. They've not really had much of the ball. That's a good pass from Saka to Tierney, left-hand side of the penalty area. He's got nobody in the box, really. Does turn back against Cancelo. Does really well to hold him off, but, I mean, having done so well, he takes a dodgy touch and it goes out of play for a throw-in. But Cancelo can't really handle him at the moment. Him and Saka have kind of got Cancelo's number as of right now. We are about to hit the 20-minute mark, though. And Manchester City, I'd say that they've not been troubled yet, but the last 5 or so minutes, Arsenal have come back into the game. Cancelo's clearance away has gone straight to Pepe, and El Neni tried to get there in front of a player, but I mean, now this is where Arsenal might get hurt. On the counter-attack with Zinchenko on the left-hand side. Just taps it off to De Bruyne. De Bruyne tried to play a reverse pass to Zinchenko, blocked by Holland initially. Comes back to Sterling. Goes back to De Bruyne. They're going to have to go all the way back. Tries a reverse pass to Gundogan to get him in, but Leno's out quickly. And a wasted opportunity for Manchester City. Love Belotti. Yeah, Belotti's another person who's good. There's a few of them in Italy. There's those strikers that are really, really good at finishing in Italy. I feel like they work on that in Italy a lot. They play good football, Italian clubs as well. Juventus and Inter Milan are really good to watch. Even AC Milan. I know they got absolutely spanked today, but they're fun to watch, aren't they? Speaking of fun to watch, I'm not going to lie, this game's been pretty good. This game's been a pretty decent watch, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half, especially if it does go in at half-time 1-0. Berardi's a decent shout. Yeah, Berardi, another player who's really good. I do like Bernardeschi as well, even though he doesn't really play much. There are some good players in Italy, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, Italy's a good place to play football, I reckon. Yeah, City playing out from the back. Zinchenko to, I think that's Ruben Dias. It is. I mean, Manchester City just keeping the ball, frustrating Arsenal a little bit. On the right with Mahrez. Back to João Cancelo. Here is Ruben Dias and Fernandinho. All of Manchester City's players pretty much inside the Arsenal half right now. Zinchenko back to De Bruyne. Back to Zinchenko though. Here's Fernandinho. Out to De Bruyne. Gundogan. Just playing it round the Arsenal players at the moment. João Cancelo to a running John Stones. Waiting for someone to overlap, but he's got nobody real to pass to. Does find De Bruyne edge of the area. Back to Cancelo. Mahrez. Cancelo again. Accelerates past to Cancelo, trying to get a ball through to, I think it was Gundogan, who was making another run in the box. Cleared away, but all Arsenal players are behind the ball. A lovely ball from Mahrez to Cancelo. Nobody's in the box when he pulls it back. And that should have been a goal. That should have been a goal, because it's a lovely ball again by Mahrez, who's definitely been the best player on the pitch so far. Arsenal need to be careful though, because they're under a little bit of pressure. They beat the press at the moment though. Bellerin tries a stupid pass and gives the ball away, and I'm sure DT will not be happy at that. Do you follow any other sports? This year I got into the NFL. I don't mind cricket. I don't mind the F1 either. I like the F1. Esports, I'm into esports as well. I like a little bit of rugby league. There's a few things I'm into, to be fair. But yeah, here comes City again. They're inside Arsenal's half, and I'm pretty sure this is just going to be the pattern of the game. Arsenal not looking like the home side right now, I'm not going to lie. Fernandinho and Ruben Dias inside the Arsenal's half on the halfway line. Fernandinho tries another one of them balls out to Mahrez. This time Tierney reads it, and Saka and Xhaka can clear it away. Is rugby good? I mean, Rowan just likes rugby union, which is just nations and a few club teams. Rugby league is, I think it's better. But I'm going to stop because City have a chance. It's that man Gundogan on the edge of the box. Pulls one back to Mahrez, who's open. Mahrez onto his right foot, onto his left foot. Leaves Xhaka in the dust. Puts the ball in, blocked by Tierney, who got up well. He just put Xhaka on his backside again, Mahrez. And he's still on the ball. Back out to De Bruyne, who's on the edge of the area. Here is John Stones. Zinchenko. Got no one to pass it to, really. Gundogan's ghosting around a little bit. He does play a 1-2 with him. Over to John Stones. What rugby team do you support? I don't really support a team, to be honest. I just watch it if it's on. João Cancelo. De Bruyne. Yeah, most of the stuff I watch is just NFL, to be fair. Ruben Dias, 70% possession in the first half for Manchester City in the opening 25 minutes. We're just over halfway into the first half now. And Manchester City, like I said, absolutely camped in Arsenal's half. John Stones to João Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez and Cancelo. They're just making Arsenal look like bloody puppets at the moment. They're making them look like bloody scarecrows, standing still and just absolutely passing the ball around them. Arsenal do actually get the ball back, but it's an awful pass from Pablo Mari. And now City can come, but Pablo Mari redeems himself. But Xhaka doesn't, and it's absolutely calamitous defending again. And luckily the bounce got away from I think it was Sterling. But that's a really good ball to Saka, and he's in a 1-on-2 now, and there's two Arsenal players joining him. Saka onto his right foot, tries to play one to the back stick for Pepe, blocked by Fernandinho. He tries it again, and Pepe's offside. He's just going to run behind for a goal kick, but it was a really good chance on the counter for Arsenal. You just saw Bukayo Saka on his own up against John Stones and Ruben Dias, isolated him. John Stones gets back well, tries to play that one to Pepe, who literally in behind the defence. He would have had a shot on goal, had to get on target if he did, but Bukayo Saka's pass just a little bit lacklustre in there, and Arsenal's best chance of the game goes a-begging. I support the Italian rugby team. That's fair enough. I think Rowan supports Ireland, the Irish rugby team, because I think that's where he originates from. But yeah, a scare for Manchester City there. That's what they've got to be careful of. The counter-attack for Arsenal is going to be quick because they've got a lot of fast players. Speaking of the counter-attack, Kevin De Bruyne to Riyad Mahrez, who's probably been the best player on the pitch, up against Kieren Tierney again, onto his right foot. Riyad Mahrez shoots, holding saves, Gundogan's in there, and it's going to be cleared away. Is it by Tierney? It is. But again, Manchester City, every time they come forward, look very dangerous. And Saka's loose touch gives them the ball back on the halfway line. This is absolutely calamitous from Arsenal, who have been absolutely awful, I'm not going to lie. It is Gundogan to João Cancelo. But it's probably been a combination of awful Arsenal and really, really good Manchester City. I mean, I don't know what Pep Guardiola said to him in the second half of the Premier League season, but they have kicked up like a rocket has gone up their arse, I'm not going to lie. Here is Ruben Dias, though. He's about 40 yards. He's about on the 40-yard mark. That's how far he's been allowed to push forward. He's just roaming on the ball. Nobody's going near him. Arsenal sitting back, as I said, they would. This game has kind of kicked into life a little bit in the last 5 or so minutes with a few chances. That counter-attack from Arsenal seems to have woken Manchester City up a little bit again, and passing a little bit faster. De Bruyne tries one behind the lines to João Cancelo and Gundogan, who were making the run, and Saka slides it out of play for a throw in near the corner flag. Yeah, I mean, it's been a really, really decent first 30 minutes of the game. We are almost at the 30-minute mark. We're about 28 minutes in. Arsenal are going to win that throwing back, though, because when Cancelo threw it in, it hit Mahrez and went back out for a throw-in. Yes. I'm being for Arsenal. What do you do, though? Let's have a look at the benches real quick for both sides. I'll just flash them up on screen now. Ryan, Cedric, David Luiz, Gabriel Ceballos, Smith Rowe, Willian, Lacazette. And as we see David Luiz, we see Willian warming up at the moment for Arsenal. Willian Bingo, of course, was on there. But I don't know if you guys have seen Arsenal's next 6 fixtures, but they're a little bit tough. They've got Benfica in that second leg. They've got Leicester, Burnley, Tottenham, West Ham, and Liverpool. So, I mean, if they want to get into the top 6 this season, I'm not even going to bother saying top 4 at this point in the season. If they want to get into the top 6 this season, you're thinking they've got to take points up against those teams that are already above them, like your West Hams and your Leicesters, especially. They've got to beat those sort of teams. And, of course, they've got to beat Benfica. And, again, DT will not be happy because Bellerin's just miscontrolled the ball and took out for a throw-in. I bet he's absolutely raging right now, DT. But remember your William Bingo predictions and remember your VAR Bingo predictions so we can have a look at the end of the game to see if anybody did actually get it right. I didn't actually even show Man City's bench, did I? My apologies, lads. I'm just going to stop, though, because Arsenal coming forward with Tierney, who takes a very heavy touch, but has the shot instead. And the first shot on target for Arsenal is an absolutely wicked shot from Kieren Tierney, but it's straight into the hands of Ederson. And now the counter-attack might be on for City with Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne out to Riyad Mahrez. It's not a good pass. It's behind Mahrez. Mahrez is going to recycle the ball up against Bukayo Saka. Goes back to De Bruyne, into the area. Who floats one back in there and Holding clears it away. Back to City, though, with Kevin De Bruyne. Cancelo. Stones to Zinchenko. Back to Diaz. Inside Arsenal's half again. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can just gather that. William Bingo, 60th minute. Yeah, I don't think you were here earlier when we did it, Chris. We also did VAR Bingo. I think you were here when we did that. Cancelo getting away from a few challenges and finding Zinchenko. The two fullbacks combining in the centre of the park. Sterling back to Zinchenko. He's got El Neni on his case, but still finds Sterling. Lovely pass to Gundogan. It's one-touch football at the moment for Manchester City. Doing really well. Ruben Diaz on the ball. Puts his head up. I think Mahrez might be offside. He is offside. I mean, it's some of the passes aren't clicking for Manchester City, but they are still absolutely dominating. But if we look at that bench, I think I said it earlier. I don't know if you guys were in when I said it. Probably one of the best benches in Premier League history. Stefan, decent goalkeeper. Laporte, first teamer. Mendy, first teamer. Rodri, first teamer. Jesus, Aguero, Walker, Foden, first teamers. Ferran Torres is a bit debatable because he doesn't always get first team action, but I mean, he definitely has the quality. But yeah, massive names on that City bench. I mean, we'll probably see the likes of Jesus. Apparently, Aguero didn't even bother warming up. I don't even know why he's on the bench. We'll probably see Jesus, Foden, and I'll probably say Ferran Torres or maybe Kyle Walker in the second half at some point. And for Arsenal, I mean, we'll probably see Lacazette. We'll probably see Lacazette, Martinelli. I mean, we might not even see Willian today. Imagine if we didn't see Willian. It'd ruin Willian Bingo. He can't do that to us, can he? He can't ruin Willian Bingo for us. But Manchester City striding inside Arsenal's half again. The centre-backs, they might as well just have free range of the field, to be honest. I can't remember the last time Arsenal were in the Champions League. I don't see them making it this year. Lee winding tie up right now on AFTV. Do you know what? Lee is so funny. He is so funny. I don't know if you've seen it, where he just says, get Pochettino in. And I'm just like, it was the first time I heard it because me and Josh were watching it after they lost to Wolves 2-1. And he just goes, get this manager out and get Pochettino in. And I just turned to Josh and we were both just chuckling and we were like, Pochettino will never, ever come to Arsenal. He absolutely loves Spurs. There's deluded fans like that. But he is funny, Lee. I'm not going to lie. He just makes me laugh. And of course, he's been memed a lot on social media. Zinchenko with an opportunity to cross in. It's going to be an easy header with Tierney. And Saka down to Xhaka. Now there might be a little chance to counter. And I mean, Saka's probably been Arsenal's best player, as he is every bloody game. He's incredible, is Bukayo Saka. He has a lot of weight on his shoulders though at the moment for such a young kid. Elneny out to Tierney. I am pretty sure that I am older than Bukayo Saka. Let me check his age. Yeah, he's 19. I am literally older than Bukayo Saka. That's depressing. He's smashing it in Premier League. I'm just smashing fucking keys on a keyboard. But City won the ball back with Fernandinho and found a ball to Gundogan. Heavy touch, but he does get the shot off. Good defending by Holding. But it was another one of those half chances for Manchester City that they might rue missing. Man won't betray Espanyol. He ain't betraying Spurs. Here's Bernardo Silva. I mean, he tried some skills. He tried to step over, but in that, inadvertently took a dodgy touch, and the ball ends up with Kieren D, who gets it to Bukayo Saka. Inside his own third, though. And Xhaka looks to be limping a little bit for Arsenal. I hope he can walk that injury off that he's got. Still limping a little bit as he's jogging about. This is a man that's not been on the ball that much. Martin Ødegaard. Doing to you, not found to you. Yeah. All right, sorry, I didn't even see your bloody comment. Ty ended DT before the game. It was about Ty having Lacazette in predicted lineup. DT went, don't know what Yasmin done to you then. Ty replies, well, whatever she doing, she won't be. Ty is so funny, but not, he doesn't mean to be. But yeah, Martin Ødegaard's barely been on the ball. My buddy's a gooner, and he said Poch would join Arsenal because of their history. No, Poch would never join Arsenal. He loves Tottenham. He won't bear Spaniard. He loves Spurs to bits. He's trying to sign bloody Dele Alli, for God's sake. He loves Spurs to bits. Ty is a lovable fool. That is probably the best way to describe him, Ronaldo. I'm not going to lie. And the best way to describe Martin Ødegaard in this match would be probably invisible. The game's just passed him by. It's a very Donny van der Beek-esque performance. Got to love Ty, positive man. Yeah, they could get beat 4-0 and he'd be positive. Oh, well, at least we lose 5-0. You know what I mean? He's an absolute... He's a nutcase, but he's a lovable fool, of course. We all love to watch him. Arsenal finally coming forward a little bit now with Bellerin, who crosses running towards Aubameyang, who gets his head to it. It's not a good header. It's actually cleared. Only as far as Xhaka, though. Gets it to Saka. Inside the penalty area, Tierney whips one back stick towards Ødegaard, and he had the chance there, but his first touch wasn't good. And his first touch allowed it to go out of play for a goal kick. But Mahrez's clearance was only as far as Xhaka. Took a heavy touch. Saka in the box also took a heavy touch. Tierney's cross is a decent one back stick. Zinchenko gets distracted by Pepe, and he's touched Ødegaard. Tried to take it down, comes off his knee and goes out of play for a goal kick. My man of the match in the Liverpool game yesterday was the full-time whistle. Yeah, what's happened to Liverpool, Chris? Of course, 4 losses in your last 5 at Anfield. It's not good, is it? It's not good. Can Fenerbahce score already, for God's sake? I need him to score for me, bet. I put a 16-fold accumulator on all the teams that are odds on to win. All the favourites, pretty much. It comes in at 230 quid. Now, we've already had Leipzig, Rangers and Sociedad win. City are already winning. Lille are beating Lorient. Atalanta are 0-0 with Napoli. And Fenerbahce getting beat by Göztepe. I probably butchered that name horribly. Getting beat by Göztepe 1-0. It's the Kopperberg curse. It is. It's whenever since you put that Kopperberg up, you haven't bloody won a game in the Premier League. Here come Arsenal though with Tierney again. They're enjoying a little bit more of the ball, Arsenal. Kieren Tierney to Saka. I'm sure the Kopperbergs will be out tonight when Newcastle beat us at Old Trafford though. Xhaka edge of the area. Is he going to shoot? He should have shot. His pass is absolutely awful. Bellingham tried to get a touch of the ball. And there might be a chance for City to break now because Bellingham's out of position. Pepe tracking back for Arsenal though. And City are just going to play the ball back inside their own half and keep possession, it looks like. Diaz under a little bit of pressure by Aubameyang. But cool as you like, just turns it around and passes to Ederson. And I mean, Aubameyang also, the game's kind of passed him by, but he's getting no service or anything. I mean, if Ødegaard's not getting the ball, it means that Aubameyang's not really getting the ball. I do want to check the scores in the other game though, because there were some other games going on today. Let me just get BBC Sport up, of course. West Ham beat West Ham 2-1 winners against Tottenham earlier. A few 2-1s in the Premier League today. By a few, I mean 2. West Ham 2, Tottenham 1, and then Leicester beat Villa in a good win for Leicester. Jota back in team training for upcoming week. I mean, that's good. It's got to be a good sign having Jota in around the team again, because I mean he was a massive part of you being top of the league. Ruben Dias is going to drive into midfield. He's taken down by Aubameyang, and oh my God, what a tackle! Oh ref, that's not a foul. That is not a foul. Initially, Aubameyang just knocks Ruben Dias down, and then Ruben Dias kind of hooks his leg around the ball and Aubameyang fell over and given us a foul. But it's just a really good tackle by Ruben Dias to keep the ball. Going to see it again. Aubameyang finally doing something in this game, winning the ball back, and then I don't think that's a foul, to be fair, by Ruben Dias. Kind of just kicks his leg into the floor, Ruben Dias, and then gets the ball. Doesn't get anywhere near Aubameyang, to be fair. And I mean, it's a very. I don't think that's the right decision by John Moss. Of course, the master of the bloody mistakes, John Moss. But yeah, the last 10 or so minutes, I mean, Arsenal have enjoyed a little bit more of the ball. They're getting more people involved. They're getting their foot on the ball. They're passing it around a little bit more. The only problem is they've just not had a shot on goal. Or they've had one, but they're not getting a clear-cut opportunity on goal. Here's Bellerin, though. Inside the City half, accelerating past a few. Has to go back, though, because there's absolutely nobody in front of him. Odegaard's playing as a left centre-back. Awful pass from him. He gives it away. Xhaka wins it back, though, and finds Saka. Now there's a little bit of space for him to move into. Finds Tierney. Tierney across the face of goal. Hooked clear by Stones. Is he going to be going out for a throw-in or a corner? Tierney's trying to stop it, and I think it's going out for a throw-in. A lot of Liverpool fans happy about Keita back, but I want to see if he can last 1 minute on the pitch before dropping like a fly. Training session don't count. Yeah, I mean, for Liverpool, it's about getting your players back, of course. Everyone's had injuries before, though, so, I mean, it is unfortunate that you've had so many injuries at the wrong time, but I think that every team has injuries. I mean, you look at Burnley at the start of the season; they were fielding like 7 bloody players on their bench, and half of the players in the starting 11 were academy graduates. Do you know what I mean? So it's not good. I know the centre back injuries were unfortunate, but I mean, everyone just has to get on with it. There's no point complaining because that does nothing. I mean, the season that we had Van Gaal, I was talking to Will about this yesterday. We had bloody Paddy McNair, Tyler Blackett, Michael Carrick as a centre-half, Marcus Rojo playing right-back, Timothy Fosu-Mensah, who was like 12 playing centre-mid. We had bloody Guillermo Varela, who was like 20 playing right-back, who'd never played before. We had James Wilson in the squad. Marcus Rashford wasn't even meant to be in the team the night we played Midtjylland and he made his debut. But Arsenal come forward with Kieren D, whips it back to the edge of the air, to the centre circle, the penalty spot, sorry. And the cross wasn't that good, and it was cleared away. I'm not making injuries via fans' excuse. I still feel it's good enough lineup to comfortably finish top 4 at least. I mean, yeah, you've still got the front 3, which should be scoring your goals. They've just been a little bit off the boil this season. I mean, apart from Salah, Mane and Firmino have just been a little bit off the boil this season. And the midfield, it's just doesn't seem to be winning the battles anymore that it was a few years ago. But we have got a chance for Arsenal from a corner now. Probably their best chance to get a ball in the box and possibly a chance on goal. It's going to be Odegaard who takes it. It's a good delivery towards Xhaka. Flicks on into the box and Zinchenko headed back in by Tierney. Headed out by Zinchenko again. Saka's header, though, is going to go straight to Mahrez, who can just pick his head up and play it back to João Cancelo. I mean, the best chance for Arsenal there, flicked on by Xhaka, and nobody was in the middle of the box to try and get a header on goal. But Aubameyang had peeled off to the back post and easily cleared away by Zinchenko back there. Yep, City, they're about 4 minutes until half-time. I can't see there being much added time. But yeah, at half-time, I do need to go for a piss break, I'm not going to lie. Just going to get a drink as we talk right now. But John Stones on the ball to Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne shot crosses in. Jesus Christ. It went straight through the hands of Bernd Leno. Unfortunately for the German, went straight out of play for a goal kick. I mean, I thought, because of the bloody Sky Sports cameras and how shit they are, I thought it had just absolutely flown into the back of the net from an audacious angle. But no, flies wide. We should start players in their positions. That's worse. Can we starting Kabak and Phillips or Davis together? Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'm not that impressed with Kabak so far. I know he's played 2 games, but I'm not that impressed with him. Odegaard's done well there, though. And Bellerin and El Neni. Can Arsenal find a goal before half-time? El Neni's had to go backwards, though, which I'm sure a lot of Arsenal fans will not be liking. And Xhaka now, almost playing as a centre-half at the moment. Finds a ball into Saka in the midfield. Decent pass from Xhaka, that. And Saka to Tierney. It's a heavy pass. Tierney's going to get there. Put a ball across in towards Aubameyang. It's headed away by John Stones. Saka does win it back from Mahrez, though, and finds Xhaka. Back to Holding. Arsenal now inside Manchester City's area with all their players. Manchester City's half of all their players. I like Phillips. Done nothing wrong since he came in my opinion. Yeah, I think Nat Phillips looks good. I know Will likes him as well. Thinks he's just a shithouse centre half, which is what you need. Which I agree with. He just sticks his head on anything, doesn't he? Plays for the badge, which is good. Now it's Arsenal inside City's half. They're enjoying a little bit of possession, but I mean they're going backwards at the moment. It's just sideways football. Holding tries one over the top, looking for Pepe or Bellerin. Bellerin does win the header to Pepe, and it's a 2-on-3. Pepe, what can he do? He tries to pull back for Bellerin. Brilliant defending by Gundogan. Pepe has the shot, and I think it cannons wide for a corner. The best chance of the half, no doubt, for Arsenal, though. Bellerin wins the header against Zinchenko, nods it onto Pepe. Pepe just waits too long to try and get the ball back to him, and Gundogan just gets good defending from Gundogan, gets in front of Bellerin as he's trying to shoot. Ball ricochets back to Pepe, and then his shot is just into. I don't even know if that's a corner, you know. It might not be a corner, but I think he just shoots it into the ground and bounces over the two challengers. It wasn't a corner; it was a goal kick. Bounces over the two challengers and just into the side netting. Holding does win it back from the goal kick though, and Xhaka and Arsenal ending this half strongly. Can they get an equaliser? Xhaka. I hope they can get an equaliser because it's limbs. Back to Saka. Saka to Tierney. Tierney back to Xhaka. Shoot, lad. Puts the ball in instead. It's headed away. Back out to Holding, though. And Holding's pass is a little bit dodgy, but Bellerin's going to recycle it. And El Neni and Holding get there. We are about 45 seconds away from 45-minute mark. Mason Mount was so happy about scoring penalty. I'm just going to stop because Aubameyang might be in, but John Stones does a little bit of good defending back there. But, I mean, it's all Arsenal at the moment, and who'd have thought that when I started the game? Mason Mount was so happy about scoring a penalty versus Southampton because he's a Portsmouth fan, yet Chelsea didn't win the game. If you win the game, then be happy, but you didn't. I mean, I agree with that. You can be happy in the moment, but not about after the game. Because, I mean, for Chelsea, it's a little bit disappointing because it means the teams above them can move away from, like, Leicester won today. Man United are expected to win later on. So, I mean, you can't be happy drawing 1-1 with Southampton. I'm not going to lie. But we are about 4 seconds or so away from finding out how much added time there'll be. I said that. They've not even put the bloody board up yet. Get your board out. 1 minute of added time. And then we've got 15 minutes of me trying to fill the void and rambling on. Which is just what I do in the game for 45 minutes, it looks like. El Neni on the ball, though. To Xhaka. Inside the half. And he does find Ødegaard in a little bit of space. Ødegaard gets his head up, picks out Pepe right-hand side. Pepe into the box on the right wing. Tries to poke him through. It's an awkward ball through. I'm not quite sure that was the best option for Pepe. And here's Xhaka. Puts her into the box. It's an awful ball, and it's headed away. And Sterling holding back in there. And Gundogan tries to clear away. Xhaka's in there. High foot by Aubameyang. That's a free kick to Manchester City. Conceded by Xhaka. Only time if you're happy with draws, if you wins your league, promotion or Champions League knockout time. I mean, it depends who you played against, I think. If you're playing City away, I think you should be happy with the draw. Yeah, it depends. If you're a lower league side as well, like if you're Sheffield United, you're happy with the draw against these sorts, against certain teams. I think it's difficult to say that. But for Chelsea, yeah, I know what you mean. The 1-1 draw is disappointing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are Fenerbahce going to score in this game or what? Bloody gots to put. But we are 25 seconds over the minute that was added on, actually. So I don't know what they're playing at. But it is actually half-time now. So we've got half-time. And it is Arsenal 0, Manchester City 1. And that is, I'm just going to stick it on the ticker. Half-time, Manchester City 1. And now I'm just going to go put something downstairs in the fridge. Now I'm back in 2 seconds. Hey, lads, I'm back from just putting something downstairs. On the thing. So yeah, the only goal of the first half was Raheem Sterling's second minute, the header when the ball was put into the box by Riyad Mahrez, and pretty much, I'm not gonna lie, halfway through the first half, it was a pretty decent game. Not gonna lie, there was a lot of potential for the second half of the first half, but it's been pretty dog, hasn't it? I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty dog. Arsenal had a few opportunities to get back into the game. Nicolas Pepe probably squandering the best of those. But I mean, for Arsenal, what do you do in the second half? If you were Arteta, what would you do? Put it in the comments. If you were Pep, what would you do? Stick it in the comments. Who do you bring on? Do you make any changes at halftime? Do you try and change something? I mean, Manchester City towards the end of that first half, under a little bit of pressure. Lille are 3-1 up. Go on, Lille. But thank you very much, Kyle, for sticking the link to the website in the chat. That is the website, thesports-corner.com. The Twitter is the _top corner. The Instagram is the _top corner_. We love the Instagram. Got a lot of new articles coming on the Sports Corner, on the Sports Corner website. We've got a lot of watchalongs coming. We've got the PSG Monaco watchalong coming pretty much instantly after this one. I say instantly. It's probably not instantly after this one. I'm not going to lie. It's probably about an hour or so after, because it don't kick off till 8. So Rowan will probably be live about 7:50. Lovely, lovely stuff to see. You like to see from Rowan. It's absolutely lovely. Oh, I woke up with a sniffle today. I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today. But I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Who have they got in the bloody... Oh, bloody hell. They've got bloody Mikel Richards there. Of course they've got Mikel Richards there. He's the bloody City person, isn't he? I don't know what I feel about Mikel Richards. Sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't. He's got a weird bromance going on with Roy Keane as well, which is pretty weird. But here's the goal again. Put back into the box by Mahrez. Sterling nods it in. What are the chances William comes on at half-time? That'll crush most William bingo shouts. No, we can't have William coming on at half-time, Kyle. Don't put that in my head, because my William bingo shout was 60 minutes. We can't get... If anybody is in the chat, anybody new, stick William bingo in the chat. Stick your William bingo predictions in the chat. I don't like Mikel Richards. They've got Jamie Redknapp in there as well, and they've got Alex Scott. Is that her name? I like Alex Scott. I like Jamie Redknapp. On Mikel Richards, but pretty much. For anybody who doesn't know who William Bingo is, you guess what minute William is going to come on. William is a Brazilian footballer who plays for Arsenal. He signed from Chelsea, and apart from his first game for Arsenal, he's not been that good, but he still continues to play every game. I mean, lovely, lovely stuff. Put your guess for what minute he's going to come on in. So you've got 45 to 90 as your threshold in minutes. Stick it in the chat what you think it'll be, and we'll see who's right. And whoever's right, we'll get a round of applause from me and a nice pat on the back. I always forget what things to say at halftime. I'm not gonna lie, because it's probably a lot more interactive with Rowan there, because he can just think of stuff on the spot and talk about it. Josh has just got the natural presenter vibe. I'm just like, yeah, William Bingo, VAR Bingo. Let's have it, lads. William Bingo and VAR Bingo. They're still going to be going into the second half. I'll even be that nice. You can have another guess at VAR Bingo for the second half. We haven't had anything VAR based in the first half. Let's have another go at VAR Bingo. Now, who thinks VAR Bingo is going to go? on for the second half. Stick your predictions in the chat. Kyle, I know you're still in here. 58th minute VAR bingo. My 3-1 prediction is still on. Chris, of course, I always go for 3-1, mate. So it's always on. Always on. 58th minute VAR bingo. He's had another go. Chris Welch has had another go at VAR bingo. I'm going to scroll up the chat and see what people said for VAR bingo. So we had 50, 63rd, 72nd. This is for William bingo. VAR bingo. Chris said 29th. Russ said 32nd. All these are wrong. You're all wrong. VAR bingo round to 80th minute. Right, we'll have to keep a record of these. 80th minute, 58th minute. Anybody else want to go on VAR bingo while we're there? Have a shout. I mean, who's going to who's winning? Who's winning league this year, lads? Who's winning league? Chris, Kyle. Who's winning league this year? It's going to be City, innit? It's going to be bloody City who wins the league. I want to see if there's any I want to see if there's any bloody thingies out for the next for team news or bloody hell. I've got Lukaku's goal. Jesus Christ. Just leaves Romagnoli bloody past, doesn't he? Just absolutely blitzes past him. City's old team defenders a team. Yep. I mean, Manchester City are just probably the best team in the world at the moment. Again, which is mental. VAR bingo. I haven't even made my guess for VAR bingo. Do you know what? Let's go with. Imagine if we had a VAR bingo for what minute William came on. I'm going to go for 72 minutes VAR bingo. So we've got VAR bingo 72nd minute. William bingo. We had in the first thingy. Bloody hell, I'm losing my words. But Kyle said then, what are the chances if William comes on at half time that I'll crush William bingo shouts? I don't want William to come on at half time because that's just ruins everything, doesn't it? Just to clarify, VAR bingo is when VAR will be involved. Yeah, Kyle, it's not looking good, is it? Unfortunately, it's Man City's league title. Yeah. And I'm watching without bloody audio, so I won't be able to even know if VAR's checking up. But I mean, when I say VAR bingo, it is when a clear and obvious VAR decision is being made that I can see. So VAR bingo will be clear and obvious VAR calls. I did grab a few biscuits from downstairs. I'm not gonna lie. I've got a few cookies, and I'm not even sure what they're called. What are the ones called? Where like they're not seeds, are they? Like I don't even know what they are. I don't know what they are. I'll have to ask Rowan what they are later. Oh, start the bloody second half already on board. Yeah, we'll run through the benches again. We got Ryan, Cedric, David Luiz, Gabriel, Ceballos, Smith Rowe, Willian, Martinelli, Lacazette for Arsenal. We'll probably see the likes of Willian, Lacazette, potentially Martinelli off the bench, maybe even Smith Rowe. Then for City, I mean, you could bring any of these players on. Stefan Laporte, Mendy, Rodri, Jesus, Aguero, Walker, Foden, Torres. If I'm going to have my prediction, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm probably going to say that Jesus, Rodri, and probably Foden come on in the second half for City. Who do you guys think is going to come on for City? Do put that in the chat as well. Oh, should we check what else is going on in the world of football right now? Should we check the other results and stuff? Rangers won 4-1. Newport lost 2-0 to Forest Green. Germany are beating Belgium in a women's international friendly. Barcelona drew 1-0 with Cadiz. Yeah, I heard about that. Augsburg drew 1-0 with Bayer Leverkusen. Hertha lost 3-0 to Leipzig. Hoffenheimer beating Werder 1-0. Lille 3-1 up on Lorient. Are Fenerbahce going to score, though? Because they're bloody ruining me bet at the moment. Oh, for fuck's sake, Fenerbahce. You need 2 goals. You were 8-15 on to win. Bloody hell. We have Heather in the chat. She's head here with a waving emoji. Hello to you. Hope you're all good. Arteta absolutely animated on the touchline. Pep Guardiola as well, of course. Pep Guardiola a little bit more calm than the Spaniard is, but he's not happy, is Arteta. That's all I can say. Back to the adverts. We've just had about 4 or 5 minutes worth, shall I say. Now we've probably got another 2 or 3 minutes worth. I mean, half-time's just an absolute advert fest, isn't it? Bloody advert fest. I'd say Foden start on second half, Jesus 65th and Aguero 78th. We're not playing Manchester City subs bingo, Kyle. But yeah. So you keep them in your head, Kyle. If you get them right, I'll give you a round of applause. But the teams are coming back out for the second half. Thank God, that was the longest 15 minutes of my life. I absolutely hate half time. I just never know what to say. It's very hard when you're on your own. Very hard when you're on your own because you just don't know what to talk about unless there's something going on in the chat you can talk about, which luckily today I did have some stuff to talk about with you guys. My prediction was 3-1 though, like Chris said. I mean, it'll be limbs if it ends 3-1 to Arsenal, but I said 3-1 City, so... I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but Pablo Mari and Xhaka were having the calmest animated conversation I've ever seen. There were bloody arms flowing about, obviously in a good way. Heather said, how's your day been then? I mean, I woke up at about 1:20, so in the 4 hours that I've been awake, it's been all right. I saw Lingard score earlier, which was limbs. I'm seeing Arsenal get beat, which is funny. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with Man United later, but if they win, I'll be buzzing. Team news for that should be out in about 20-25 minutes, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to see who starts. But we are out for the second half. I don't think there's been any changes from either side. Sterling on the left-hand side of the City, front three. Mahrez the right, De Bruyne through the middle. Gundogan, Fernandinho, and who else was in that midfield? Bernardo Silva in the middle. And then Diaz and Stones flanked by Zinchenko and Cancelo for City. And then for Arsenal, got the likes of Leno, Tierney, Mari holding Bellerin, El Neni, Xhaka, Pepe, Odegaard, Saka, Aubameyang. No subs as of yet. City with the first chance of the second half, though. 56 seconds in. Sterling up against Bellerin. Flies past him. Cuts back onto his left foot. Tries. Still got the ball. Dribbles. Finds Zinchenko. Shoots high and over the bar. Put that back up now. It's not half time, though. It's bloody second half live. Second half live. Arsenal 0. Manchester City 1. Goal kick. Fernandinho. Sterling tried a little flick back heel to get it to Pablo Mari, but Xhaka clears it away. Awful clearance. Onto John Stones. Here's Mahrez. There's just too much room for Manchester City. There's no pressing from Arsenal at all when Manchester City have the ball. It's just too easy allowing Manchester City to have the ball. Oh, what a ball that is. Zinchenko nods it on down the line. Zinchenko. De Bruyne shoots. Oh, bloody Sky Sports cameras again. It was a dink little shot by De Bruyne. And I'm there thinking, oh, that's nestling in bottom corner, that is. No, it goes miles wide. Bloody hell. To be fair, it's not even that far wide, I'm not going to lie. A little bit more to the right, and it's probably just nestling in bottom corner of the side netting. But City starting the second half as they started the first. On top and on form. Tierney whacks it downfield, but straight to Gundogan. Manchester City looking to kill this game off in the start of the second half and make their job easy. De Bruyne to Zinchenko. Zinchenko back to De Bruyne, who's dropped a little bit deeper now, allowing Gundogan to sort of take that number 9 position. De Bruyne actually gives the ball away, which is rare. And then Leno and Holding. And if Arsenal want to get something out of this game, I think they need to abandon the 2 sitting CDMs, possibly bring on someone a little bit more attacking like Emile Smith-Rowe or Martinelli, or even Lacazette, and just go 2 up front and just go balls to the walls, just go for it, because they've got nothing to lose. That's a really good kick out by Leno, though. Aubameyang's touch is just not good at all. And the advantage is played for City, as Aubameyang tried to hold back Diaz. But De Bruyne plays the ball through to Sterling. Raheem Sterling in the box, onto his left foot. Raheem Sterling, great defending by Rob Holding in there to just slide in and win the ball back. I mean, the 2 sitting CDMs are just getting bypassed by Manchester City. That's why they should just abandon it and just Arsenal should just abandon it and bring someone more attacking on. So they've just got more people up there. Just leave Xhaka sitting in front of that back 4 and just see what you get. Because, I mean, you're not going to lose anything. Nobody expects you to win. But if you can get anything from this game, try to. And here's Saka on the ball. To El Neni in the midfield. Out wide to Bellerin. Bellerin's got Pepe to his right. He finds him. Pepe up against Zinchenko. Here's Ødegaard. Back to Pepe. Bellerin. Xhaka. All Man City's team is back behind the ball. Though. Xhaka to Pepe. Pepe onto his right foot. Does shoot. Blocked by, I think it's Ruben Diaz. And Mahrez just knocks it clear, but only as far as El Neni. Good chance for Arsenal here. El Neni. Tierney, left-hand side of the penalty area. Whips one in low. Cleared by Stones, not convincingly. Bellerin slides it to Ødegaard, edge of the box. Ødegaard to Rob Holding. Back to Ødegaard. Back to Holding. Looks to dink one into the back stick. It's headed away by Cancelo. Only as far as Xhaka, though, who's robbed by De Bruyne. And here come Manchester City on the counter-attack. It's a 3-on-3. De Bruyne to Mahrez. Few more bodies back for Arsenal now. Mahrez. Out wide to Bernardo Silva. Waits for Sterling. Arsenal got a lot of men behind the ball now. Here's Gundogan. Forced to go back to Fernandinho. John Stones. Now it's Arsenal's turn to defend. John Stones. Floats one looking for Sterling. Not sure that was the right ball. And Bellerin heads it away. And here's Pepe. Now maybe Arsenal can come forward. Here's Xhaka. Ødegaard. All the way back to El Neni. And I mean, the game has kind of heated up a little bit. I mean, Arsenal coming forward, making City come forward, and the bank of 4 pressing that Arsenal defence at the moment is Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, and Sterling. But Saka gets away from Bernardo Silva, and the first yellow card of the game is going to be to the Portuguese man for absolutely hacking down Bukayo Saka as he was away from him. So I'm sure we'll see Bernardo Silva come off at some point because no need to get a needless red card because he does a few of them a game. He has those niggly challenges. That are just tactical fouls, of course, that Pep Guardiola just tells him to enforce in his game. And that's one of them there on probably Arsenal's most dangerous player, Bukayo Saka. Bernardo Silva booked his 3rd booking of the season. Here come Arsenal now with Ødegaard. Looking a little bit more dangerous second half already, Arsenal, in the opening 6 minutes. Hold him. Ødegaard. Back to Holding. Pablo Mari. Tierney. Saka. Saka still going. Still going. Saka onto his right foot. Shots blocked. Odegaard to El Neni. Oh, taken away from my Sterling. Brilliant tackle by Xhaka. Well, I said brilliant tackle, but it's not. And just as we get one yellow card, we get another. And I think is it Bellerin or is it Xhaka who's got the... It's Xhaka. Of course, it's bloody Xhaka with a challenge like that. Slid in on Raheem Sterling on the counter-attack. Actually, he's nowhere near the ball. I don't know what I was saying good tackle for because he's absolutely nowhere near the ball. Crunches Raheem Sterling in half and gets a yellow card for it. Just as Arsenal were looking very dangerous as well. Fifth booking of the season for Granit Xhaka. And here comes City again, who can build up. Diaz. Sterling. Challenged by Bellerin, but Sterling's going to leave the ball for Gundogan. And Gundogan tries to play onto Zinchenko. Good cut out by El Neni. And Bellerin gives the ball away. Gundogan back to Fernandinho. Here's Diaz. Zinchenko. Ruben Diaz again. De Bruyne. Zinchenko again. De Bruyne. De Bruyne pass one. Good cut out by Odegaard. And Leno smacks it clear. Stones is in there. Cancelo back to Fernandinho and Diaz. Down for Manchester City. Interesting start to the second half, though, 8 minutes in to the second quarter, to the second part of this game. And Manchester City still looking the better side, but Arsenal definitely threatening a little bit more in the second half. If they can nick something here, it'd be monumental. João Cancelo to Stones. John Stones does well against Aubameyang. Bernardo Silva does well to ride the challenge of Saka. And sends Xhaka back to the shops. And here's Mahrez. Still Mahrez. Going to go across the pitch to Zinchenko. Out wide to Sterling, who's up against Bellerin. Sterling still. Back to Zinchenko. Going to have to go back to Fernandinho. No real rush for Manchester City. We're just passing the ball around, kind of trying to take the sting and the tempo out of the game. Slow the game down to their pace. And make Arsenal work. Make Arsenal work for the ball. Is Kevin De Bruyne inside his own half on the left-hand side. Plays a lovely ball to Gundogan, who's in. Gundogan takes it back. It's a brilliant challenge, I think, from Rob Holding. I think they're claiming for that handball. Rob Holding's just defending his innocence. Brilliant defending from the Englishman. But De Bruyne's pass is absolutely fantastic. Inside El Neni. And Gundogan's in. You think he's going to take it back. I tell you, he's lucky not to handball the ball, Rob Holding. As he slides in, as Gundogan takes it back. Gundogan kind of kicks it off his arm, which is literally right next to the ball. It might be a corner, I think, but I don't know what got given because we've got the ball. It's cut back after the replay and City have got the ball back. So here's Zinchenko driving into a little bit of space and finding De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Zinchenko tries to shoot. It's blocked by Holding again. He's probably been Arsenal's best player. And here comes Odegaard. Passed a few challenges, still got the ball, and then loses it to Fernandinho. Saka trying to fight for it back, but Fernandinho, strong as ever, just puts Saka on his backside, and Bernardo Silva can come away with the ball. Mahrez. Cancelo. Just Diaz. Diaz past Pepe into De Bruyne. Sterling again. Sterling up against Bellerin. Sterling onto his right foot, shoots, blocked. Gundogan shoots this time. Good save by Leno. A really good save by Bernd Leno to deny Ilkay Gundogan from continuing his scoring run. Arsenal's defence parting like the Red Sea there. Hector Bellerin just doesn't look comfortable at all against Raheem Sterling. Gundogan's shot. I think it takes a little bit of a deflection off El Neni. No deflection. Just going into that bottom right-hand corner of the net, and Leno dives over to his left and makes a good save. Still 1-0 to City, but City got the corner now. And the corner is going to be whipped. It's going to be taken short by Bernardo Silva to the edge of the area for João Cancelo. Takes a touch, whips one back. Lovely ball in, and El Neni clears it away. On as far as Zinchenko, I think that was, or was that De Bruyne? It was De Bruyne who hit it on the volley from the edge of the area. If that would have gone in, that would have been probably one of the goals of the season. Probably one of the goals of the year. Millennium, year, era. That would have been an absolute screamer from Kevin De Bruyne on the volley if he'd have scored that. It was just volleyed away by El Neni to the edge of the area. Kevin De Bruyne, if he hits that sweet as a pea, That is going top bins. But unfortunately for him, it went top of the stadium. And Arsenal now inside their own area, passing the ball out. Eldon's just forced to blast upfield and blast it out of play. Man City on top in the last 5 or so minutes. If they can make this count, then they will find themselves 2 goals to the good up. And I mean, if they are 2 goals to the good up, I mean, it's going to be probably hard for Arsenal to get back into it. I'm back now. Just had a chicken burger and chips from Burger Grill takeaway. Chris, I'm not going to lie, you're making me hungry. And I had something before we started as well. I had some chicken bites before we started. Ball downfield to Cancelo, though. Is he onside? Well, the referee's not put his flag up. The linesman, sorry. Mahrez is going to dink one to the back stick for Sterling, edge of the area. Rhymes up against Hector Bellerin. Got Odegaard with him as well. Finds De Bruyne edge of the area. Trying to slip in as he passed that ball to Fernandinho. Fernandinho dinks one to João Cancelo. Ball across the box, and actually, he didn't catch it all. And he just actually, instead of crossing it, that's probably going to go down as a shot on target as it just bounces into Leno's hands. But Arsenal with 32 minutes left, they have a chance. I'm not going to lie, they have a chance to nick a point in this game. They just need, the next goal in this game is absolutely massive, of course. If Arsenal get it, they could even push on for the win. If City get it, it's probably game over. Here comes Tierney, though. It found a little bit of space against João Cancelo downfield. The one positive to take away from weekend, it was nice and local. And local town Carlisle getting a good point. Yeah, good point for Carlisle against Salford, who were doing well. But I mean, I think Odegaard's give the ball away to Gundogan, and Sterling accelerates away from Odegaard. Hands all over him, but Sterling still got the ball. Back to Gundogan. Here's João Cancelo. Diaz. Zinchenko. Sterling. Wide left-hand side of the Arsenal half. Zinchenko. Cuts inside one. Sprays the ball out to Mahrez, who heads to keep it, but heads out of play. Poor pass from Zinchenko, to be fair, and I think we should probably see the first sub soon. And William Bingo may come into effect soon. I know everyone's excited for William Bingo. I'll be excited if Arsenal score, however. Rob Holding taking the ball out from the back and finding a lovely ball to Kieren D, who's got a lot of space. But Riyad Mahrez, really well defended there, which is rare to say about him. He tracks back well and just takes the ball off Kieren D and clears it away. Back to Edison, who can just pass it out to Gundogan. Zinchenko now. And I mean, for City, that's good to see. Because, I mean, Riyad Mahrez doesn't always track back. Sometimes shows a little bit of lackluster body language. But there, I mean, he's probably been one of the best players on the pitch tonight. Pablo Mari needed to be careful. They're almost caught in possession by Kevin De Bruyne, living dangerously. The Spaniard. Obviously brought in because of the David Luiz and Gabriel situation. They're both on the bench today. Both started in midweek against Benfica. Xhaka. Tierney. Again in a load of space on that left-hand side. Here's Saka again. Cuts back inside. And you can see that Saka doesn't want to pass it backwards. He's the only Arsenal player looking for forward balls, really. That's a good pass by Xhaka, though. And here is the aforementioned Saka. Tierney tries the ball in, and it's not a good cross. Goes right behind for a goal kick. And I mean, I can see Willian warming up. I can see Martinelli warming up. William Bingo, 60 minutes. It is the 60th minute. Get him on, or I've got it wrong. I think Josh said 64th. Sergio Aguero's also warming up down there. He's not got his grey hair anymore. 64th, Josh said. But yeah, Aguero's not got his grey hair. He looks absolutely lost. But there is going to be a sub, and the first one of the game is going to be Gabriel Jesus. The first sub of the game is going to be Gabriel Jesus. Oh, just repositioning my chair because it gets a little bit uncomfortable when you sit in the same position for a while. Aubameyang loses out to Stones and Cancelo to Gundogan. Good defending though by Xhaka, which I don't think I'd be saying. I'm going to have to put another accumulator on that just because bloody fucking what they call got beat. Fenerbahce. Arsenal inside City's half finally, though, for the first time in about 5 or so minutes, sorry. Pablo Mari into Ødegaard. We've seen a lot more of the ball in the second half. Can't take that away from him. The Man United team who should be out in about 10 minutes, so I'm looking forward to seeing who's playing for us today. I've just seen the clip on Twitter of Bellerin just dribbling the ball out of play. If you want to see that, my Twitter is 1 second. 1 second. My Twitter is at KDMUFC. If you want to see that clip, follow me on Twitter. I've retweeted it. Make me oh dear. Where the bloody hell's VAR bingo? But Kevin De Bruyne has been withdrawn for Gabriel Jesus. Interesting one for Pep Guardiola, of course. Kevin De Bruyne has only just come back from injury. He has looked back to his best instantly today. He's done a lot today. Could have probably scored. But yeah, taken off for Jesus. And instantly Jesus wins a free kick for his team. No, he doesn't. It's not been given. Yep, I'm watching without audio, so oh, bloody hell, John Stones. A yellow card for someone in there. I think it was it Aubameyang? Or was it João Cancelo? I think it was João Cancelo who's got the yellow card because Tierney's down. So as they jump, João Cancelo just collides into him. Yeah, definite yellow card there. Dangerous challenge from João Cancelo. And he's got to be careful with 27 minutes left. I think he probably will be withdrawn for Kyle Walker, I'd say. At some point in the near distant future. I think he's just getting some words from Pep Guardiola as well. Probably just telling him to calm down a little bit because, I mean, at the moment, he's been a little bit rash. It's not been one of his best games, of course. It's been a very easy game for him, but he's not really done much. You could say that about most of the Arsenal players, to be fair, though. And here they come again with El Neni. Out to Holding. El Neni again, though. Lille have scored again. It's bloody 4-1. It's a shame that Fenerbahce just poo. So my bet's gone down the drain. Sad about that. Oh, bloody hell. Leno had to be quick there, clearing that. Bernardo Silva was breathing down his neck. John Stones has absolutely hashed the header away. Going to go out for a throw into Arsenal really quickly. Tierney takes it, looking for Aubameyang over the top, and John Stones is going to marshal him well and just put the ball out of play. Well done, John Stones. Goal kick to Manchester City as well. I mean, the City defence today has been really good. They've marshalled Aubameyang well. They've not even let him have a sniff of the ball. I'm sure they'll do the touch map soon for Aubameyang because he's probably had about 14 touches all game. He's not been good at all. I say he's not been good. He's just been unlucky with the stuff. He's just been unlucky because he's just got no bloody thing. Got no delivery or Sterling is absolutely fuming in there because he's offside. Absolutely fuming. Offside, complain to the ref. John Moss is just smiling at him and just talking to him. Hit him, Raheem. Just hit him. Just clock him on that chin. Yes, I still got a free kick in their own half, and they've been pretty much prattling about with the ball in their own half for the majority of the game, to be fair. I'm just waiting for the United team news to come out, to be fair. This game's gone a little bit dead. But here come Arsenal with Bellerin. Ødegaard has to go back. Shocker. Then he just whacks it against Ødegaard and gives it back to Gabriel Jesus. And Jesus leaves Ødegaard on his backside. Got Pepe up against him. Takes it back. I mean, Ødegaard's down on the floor. Fernandinho and then Gundogan just walks, lets Odegaard get back up. Is he injured? Is he not? Nobody really knows what to do. I mean, he's back on his feet and he's running about, and City just passed the ball around. The defender's waiting for him. Very sportsmanlike behaviour from Manchester City there. Stones to Fernandinho, though. Lovely pass to João Cancelo. Another good pass out to Zinchenko. Here's Sterling. Nobody in the box for City as of yet. Raheem Sterling, though. Back to Zinchenko. Back to Fernandinho. Ball into the box. Goes over everyone's head. And out for a throw into Arsenal. Emile Smith-Rowe getting ready to come on, I think. He's warming up alongside Cedric. A few Arsenal players getting ready to potentially come on. Headed away by Pablo Mari. Straight back to João Cancelo. And the ball's at the feet of Edison. Well, apparently the rumour is that Daniel James is starting tonight for Man United, so great. This game is dead enough. I forgot about it. Yeah, I agree, mate. It's been really, really bad for second half. If you watch VAR in Champions League, Europa League, it's perfect. So quick at making decisions too. And got referees who have knowledge of football. I mean, the European rules are just different, aren't they, Chris? The handball rule is just different over there. The handball rule is different in European football than it is to our game. Free kick for Arsenal, though. Finally, they're getting a little bit of a chance to get the ball in the box, and I think they will. Yeah, all the big men are going forward. I think Xhaka's probably going to take it. Xhaka and Odegaard. It's wide left-hand side, about maybe 35, 40 yards out. It's a good chance to get the ball in the box. Everyone's gone forward. You've got the likes of Rob Holding, you've got El Neni, you've got Pablo Mari, you've got Aubameyang up there. And this is the real chance for Arsenal now. If they can get a ball in the box behind the lines, I think Xhaka's not going to take it. Xhaka's come in there now. In fact, there's another body. It's going to be Odegaard who delivers it. Saka's over it as well. They've got Pepe on the wide right-hand side. Odegaard does deliver it, and it's an awful delivery, though. Nobody in the vicinity of that ball at all, and Edison can just reclaim it well. And, I mean, it's been a very easy night for Manchester City so far. It may only be 1-0, but they have not been troubled whatsoever by this Arsenal team, who've been very toothless in front of the goal, I'm not going to lie. The limited opportunities they've got, they've just not had any chance. But there's a ball downfield by Edison. Holding's awful touch. Might allow Sterling to get in. And he dives to go over the goalkeeper, but Leno is there first. Yeah, awful touch there by Rob Holding. Just allowed Raheem Sterling to get in. But that's an awful pass by Pablo Mari. And now João Cancelo can come along the right-hand side. Nobody to pass the shoots instead and hits Pablo Mari. Nobody's in the box, and I think that's what he's saying. Score prediction for United, Newcastle. In fact, stupid question, I know what you're going to say. I'm not going to say 3-1, Chris. I'm going to say 4-0 to Man United. Do you know what, though? I'd be happy with a scrappy 1-0 last minute. I just want to win. Do you know what I mean? I just want to win. We need to win. After Chelsea slipped up the other day, we need to win. Yeah, apparently bloody Dan James is playing as well. He played well the other night, so fair play to him. But yeah, Mason Green was probably on the bench. Here's Diaz. Gundogan. 20 minutes left in this game, 19 minutes left in this game for Manchester City to try and see it out, or for Arsenal to try and get an equaliser. Wow, he hasn't gone for 3-1. I haven't gone for 3-1, Chris. I know it's shocking, isn't it? Here's Bellerin to Aubameyang. Pepe, Saka, Odegaard, Bellerin, put across, Fernandinho clears, El Neni again, Odegaard, out to El Neni, Holding, Pablo Mari, Xhaka, Saka, Tierney. All the way back to Pablo Mari. Not a good pass. Throw into City with I mean, Arsenal, I don't really know what to say, to be honest, because they've just not been good. To be honest, you're not like Josh, who goes for 2-2 or 3-2 most of the time. He just likes goals, doesn't he, Josh? But Arsenal are getting ready to bring 2 men on. Lacazette and Emile Smith-Rowe are coming on. And bloody hell, we're in the 72nd minute, and it's not Willian. Oh, what is that from Ederson? And then he goes for it, and it's just wide. What the bloody hell was that from Ederson? I mean, what was that from João Cancelo, to be fair? Just volleyed it up in the air back to his goalkeeper. And then Ederson was like, oh, bloody hell, what am I doing here? Tried to volley it away. It falls straight back to El Neni. And if that would have gone in, that would have been one of the most calamitous defensive mistakes in the bloody history of the Premier League. But yeah, it's going to be number 11 coming off for number 9, which is Ødegaard coming off for Lacazette. And then for Emile Smith-Rowe, it is going to be, well, I'll tell you in a second if they bloody move up. I don't even know what's going off. For Emile Smith-Rowe, it is Pepe. Let me see the bloody United team now. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, God. Lindelof's playing. Oh, and St. Maximin's playing against us, so GG's. Rest in peace, our defence. I just want to see the bench as well, actually. Here comes City, though. João Cancelo in the middle of the pitch. Mahrez. Bernardo Silva. Sterling, left-hand side of the penalty area. Just outside. We have to go back, and I mean, for City now, it's just a question of just building from the back, not giving the ball away. No stupid mistakes. See out the last 15 minutes of this game. Oh, Ruben Dias still going. Past 2, past 3. Out wide to Mahrez. Cancelo tries to take a few down, but Dias is there. And wins a free kick for Manchester City inside Arsenal territory. But taken quickly, and it's more round the back football. I feel like I've watched this about 40 times this game already, just passing it round the back. It's not been a very good game to watch, I'm not going to lie. Man City have got done what they need to do, though. Still 15 minutes left. Adam Johnson is the new BSC Young Boys manager, says hi. Hello, mate. How are you? $15 minutes for Arsenal to try and get anything back from this game. I think Aubameyang's gone wide left now. Saka right and Laka down the middle. Smith-Rowe behind him. Well, after City scored in the second minute, I was absolutely buzzing. I was thinking, all right, we might get a decent game here, but it's not turned out that way, to be fair. The last 15 minutes, I hope, is better than the 73 I watched so far after the goal. But since the goal's gone in, it's been a bit shit. I'm not going to lie. Xhaka and El Neni have just sat in the middle of the park and just sprayed passes sideways, holding lovely skill to get past Jesus. Here's Lacazette. Out to Tierney. Here's Aubameyang. Might see a little bit more of the ball on the left-hand side of the pitch. Back into the midfield for Xhaka. Over the top for Aubameyang. Into the middle. Saka slips as he went to shoot. It's going to be deflected away. Zinchenko gets in front of Bellerin, and then Sterling, hacked down by El Neni, wins a free kick. But there's Saka. He was ready to shoot. Good ball by Xhaka over the top to Aubameyang. Decent little flick back into the box. Is Partey injured? Yes, of course, Partey's injured. Chris, he's always bloody injured. Saka, as he went to shoot, just slipped. And his shot collided with Fernandinho's leg and just cleared away for City.
Another bottle of Pepsi finished for me. Pep Guardiola and Arteta sporting quite different outfits. Pep's gone for the casual approach, whereas Arteta's sporting his usual bloody chinos and a shirt of a cardi. The AFT video of Party signing as well. Yeah, I mean, he got injured straight away, didn't he? So, not really gone their way, has it? To be fair, Arsenal this season. I have to see if they end the season like they started it, because they started off pretty well, to be fair to them. I mean, they've had a little bit of a rough patch, but I mean, we'll have to see, because they beat Leeds last week, then they drew with Benfica in the week, and now they look like they're going to lose this game. I mean, they haven't lost this game yet. Still 12 minutes left, plus added time, which is probably going to be about 3 or 4 minutes, knowing the Premier League. But we'll have to see, won't we? Here's El Neni. To Tierney. And again, I'm just watching Arsenal play the ball around the back. I mean, I feel like I've watched this about 60 or 70 times this night, and they've given the ball away again. Here's Gundogan. Sterling up against Holding. Back to Gundogan. Sterling again. Gundogan has to take it back. Sterling. Zinchenko. Diaz. Stones. Mahrez. Stones again. And here we go again, passing it around the back. It's just like it hasn't happened for the 78th bloody minute of the game already. Fernandinho gets it to Cancelo, though. Now there might be no passing around the back. Cancelo to Jesus. Advantage played because Holding snapped him. Jesus onto his right foot. Pulls it back for Cancelo. Lovely skill. Oh! What a chance that was. Bloody hell. He hits it with the outside of his foot. And he almost kills a beauty home. Finally, there's a bloody clear-cut chance in the game, and João Cancelo should have scored it. Rangers for Life said, "Hi, lads. Hope you're well. The title's moving closer for Rangers." It's just me today, Rangers for Life. But yeah, it does look that way, doesn't it? It looks that way. Another convincing formal victory for you today. But yeah, Jesus just to the edge of the area. Cancelo, fake shots, Pablo Mari on his arse, and then pokes it with the outside of his right foot to try and curl it into that bottom left-hand corner. Just goes inches wide, and there's Gundogan and I think Sterling in the box screaming for the ball to be played over to him because it was going to be a goal. But Rob Holding's injured, so it's probably going to be a few minutes of added time. Oh, the joys! I get to watch Arsenal play it around the back again for another 2 minutes. Hopefully, Rob Holding's not that injured, not that severely injured though, because he's been really well today. He's probably been Arsenal's best defender out there. João Cancelo, I think they just collided as the in the build up to that chance for Cancelo. Just going to see the goal again, though. The real defining moment in this game. Mahrez just dinks it in. Sterling ghosts in between Bellerin and Holding and just nods it into the back of the net. Still think it's criminal how Raheem Sterling's allowed to win a header in the box. I'm not going to lie. I still think it's very criminal. We are so far ahead of Celtic. I love this game. I bet you do, mate. Of course, Celtic still to play later on, but the title looks pretty much all yours, doesn't it? Which is just good to see for Rangers fans especially. Check the bloody Twitter if anything's happened or anything's changed. I hope that to see that Amad Diallo's now in the injury. In the bloody team. He's not. He's on the bench, unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately, he's on the bench. I like that. They've got Shortire on the bench as well. Greenwood's on the bench, which I thought we'd need someone off the bench. So I mean, I'm kind of glad Greenwood started. Martial needs to put in a big performance today. I'm just scared because St-Maximin is just a beast, isn't he? Oh, excuse me. St-Maximin's just a beast, isn't he? I really rate him and I'm scared because he might absolutely demolish us. Waiting for the Celtic fans to come in now. Yeah, weird change for Arsenal, this one. Their final change, they're bringing on David Luiz. I say weird change. It looks like Rob Holding's not going to be able to continue. I don't know why I said weird change because
I just completely forgot that Rob Holding was on his ass getting treatment. But yeah, Rob Holding's going to have to come off injured. And David Luiz is going to have to come on. Encouraging signs for Holding, though. He's on his feet, walking off the pitch. No idea what's going on here. They're showing the fourth official for some reason. I have no idea what's just happened there. Concussion substitution, that's what it is. Rob Holding off, David Luiz on. So the concussion substitution rule coming into effect there for Rob Holding, allowing David Luiz to come on. Arsenal passed it around the back again, though. 8 minutes left in this game. Here's Emil Smith-Rowe. Still Smith-Rowe. Tries to backheel it to Aubameyang, but Fernandinho cuts that out, and Gundogan now. A little bit of space in there. And here they are. Celtic till I die is here. I wouldn't get too arrogant, Rangers. Your first title in how many years? Giving it the big and calm down. You'll be back under your rocks next season. Speaking of under the rocks, still into the box. David Luiz and El Neni, the two Afro-headed defenders in there to get it away. Xhaka through the legs of Cancelo to Aubameyang. Aubameyang racing down the left-hand side up against John Stones. Tries to get the ball past him, Aubameyang. Oh, and John Stones bodies him. And Chris said I was saying. Yeah, exactly was. I don't know if it's been given as a free kick or if Aubameyang's just having a sit down, but he's not really done much today, has he? Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It's going to be a goal kick, I think, as well. Good defending by John Stones there. Six or so minutes left in this game. It's been a very dull second half, I'm not going to lie. It's been very, very boring. They must be related, surely. I mean, they might just be mates. Ball downfield by Edison, though. Goes straight to Sterling. Fantastic kick out from Edison. Mahrez. Gabriel Jesus. Here's Gundogan. To Jesus again. Gundogan again. Here's Zinchenko. Edison. Long ball forward again. Bellerin. Oh, pass from Emil Smith-Rowe just cut out by Fernandinho. And here comes City forward with Fernandinho. Trying to find Gundogan and Smith-Rowe. I think that might be a corner. Smith-Rowe giving the ball away. And then Man City pressing him and winning the ball back. It's gone for a goal kick. Celtic fans and their club rattled this season, and got to love it. Oof. So some beef in the chat between the Rangers and Celtic fan at the moment. So there's been one shot on target in this game. I don't know if that's this half or this game. The day can't be complete without a bit of Rangers and Celtic banter. I mean, yeah. I hope you guys feel sorry for me. I've sat here. And then the final actual substitution for Arsenal is going to be Dani Ceballos coming on for an El Neni. I think it's a bit late to make this change. I would have made this change about 15 or so minutes ago. But hey-ho, here comes Dani Ceballos for El Neni. A little bit more of an offensive change in the midfield. Celtic love playing a game of stuck in the mud. Woo. But yeah, I hope you guys feel a bit sorry for me because I've sat through 86 minutes of teams just passing it sideways and passing it around the back. And I am very bored. There's Tierney, though, for Arsenal. Pokes one for Lacazette. Ooh, goes down under a bit of pressure, but it's cleared away by Stones. There's Pablo Mari. David Luiz. 3 minutes plus added time left. Paul down for David Luiz. It's cleared away by João Cancelo, but Paulie. Lacazette to Tierney. Inks one for Aubameyang. It's gone over his head and cleared away by the City defenders. Bernardo Silva helps it clear. And up there's Jesus, who takes it down well and takes it past one well, takes it past two well, fouled by Bellerin. It's going to be a yellow card for the Spaniard. Gabriel Jesus looking sharp as he's come on. Wijnaldum will love this game. He loves passing it sideways. Mate, how do you think I feel? I've got to watch Matic pass it sideways for 90 minutes after this game. I've got 45 minutes until I see Matic passing it sideways. Oh no, it's bloody Matty Longstaff on the bench for Newcastle. I don't even know where the ball is. It's on the halfway line with City. Here's Fernandinho. It was a free kick. Sterling to Gundogan. Back across the face of goal. David Luiz stands tall and just knocks it out of play for a corner. Gundogan. Jesus to Gundogan. Given away. Zinchenko in quick though. I think someone's been given us offside. No, Matty Longstaff, you're safe on that part. Is it not Matty Longstaff? Is it bloody Sean Longstaff on the bench? I remember when we were going to sign him last year, that would have been an awful deal. Look. Here's Pablo Mari for Arsenal. Dinks one forward into Lacazette. Taken down by Fernandinho, free kick to Arsenal. And I mean, Arteta's telling the players to push forward and get forward, but I mean, there's just no real impetus at all. They are going to push a men forward from this free kick, though, finally. And Chris has said, yeah, Sean Longstaff, thank God for that. Didn't want that little bloody ginger twat scoring against us again. Headed away by Ruben Dias. Bellerin collides with Jesus. Danny Ceballos on the ball, though. Oh, doesn't find Emil Smith-Rowe. Zinchenko now. And there's a counter on for Jesus. He's a 1-on-4. But Jesus takes it onto his right, takes it onto his left. Still Jesus, still going, and his shot is into the top of the stands. And this is what I've had to watch for 89 minutes. Bloody hell. What a dross game of football. Between two sides who I thought would have a very, very entertaining game. Instead, it's been very, very crap and dross, I'm not going to lie. It's almost over, Kieren. It's almost over. Lacazette's going to nod that on, though. Saka was trying to chase him, but John Stones is there first. And Manchester City at the moment, just comfortable as you like. We're going to probably find out how much added time there is in a few minutes. How much added time is going to be added. City do have the ball, though, with Mahrez, who's absolutely bodied by David Luiz. Free kick City. We are into over the 90 minutes now. 4 minutes of added time, coinciding with that Rob Holding injury, of course, that we had a little bit earlier on. Can Arsenal find an equaliser in the 4 minutes of added time? Here's Jesus to Sterling. Back to Jesus. Sterling again. Zinchenko. Sterling tried to chest it into the path of Gundogan. Free kick Arsenal. Ceballos tackled by Jesus and Xhaka trying to fight for the ball back. Fernandinho keeping it. Ceballos. He's going to let David Luiz take it. I think they're going to let Leno take it. They're going to go forward. Which is exactly what they need at the moment, Arsenal. They just need a bit of fortune. Leno does take it forward. And Ruben Dias wins the header. Tierney, though. Ceballos. Tries to get out to Saka. Lovely touch by Saka. He couldn't keep it in, though, I don't think. Tried to play it down the line to Lacazette, but Zinchenko's there to smash it clear. David Luiz tries to nut it forward. Headed away again by Sterling. And then Tierney back to Bernd Leno. Whacked forward again by Arsenal. David Luiz has just looked at Ruben Dias collided looking for the free kick. It's an awful bit of play by David Luiz, I'm not going to lie. He just didn't need to do that. He could have won the header up against Diaz. Instead, just runs into him trying to win the foul. But the man of the match on Sky is going to be Ruben Dias. I'm not going to disagree with him. I'm not going to lie. He's been by far one of the best players on the pitch today. Riyad Mahrez has also been good. Fernandinho's been good as well. But I think Ruben Dias he adds so much to this Manchester City side. It's about a minute and a half left for Arsenal to try and get anything out of this game. And nobody won Willian bingo because he's not come on. And nobody's won VAR bingo because there's not been any VAR checks. Do you think Mahrez be gone in summer? It's an interesting one, Chris. I don't know, to be fair. It's an interesting one. I'm not quite sure. But we're at the last stretch of this game, about a minute left. I'm not going to lie, it's been a very hard watch to do on my own. I've been bored. Bloody hell, I've been bored. Arsenal give the ball away again. Here's Gundogan. Fouled by Smith Rowe. Free kick to City inside Arsenal's half as the 93rd minute ticks down. Going to leave it for Zinchenko to take. Sterling. Trying to get to the corner. Pep Guardiola's, that's what he's saying, just keep it in the corner. Jesus. Goes down, free kick City. 20 seconds left. I wish Wijnaldum was like Gundogan, turn into goal scoring machine. I mean, I wish Fred was like Gundogan. I do like Fred. McTominay is like Gundogan, mate. He's a beast. It's just a taller version. No, I'm joking. Gundogan's been insane this year for City. We are into the 94th minute though, and I'm pretty sure the whistle should be going at any point now. Fred is underrated. Fred is underrated. I like Fred. Him and Matic starting in the midfield today. That's an awful clearance by David Luiz. Still going here. We're almost into the 95th minute. Arsenal with Kieren D. Aubameyang not going to keep that in. Is that full time? Nope. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Arsenal have been pretty poor. It is full time. It's full time at 1-0 to Manchester City. That was an absolute dross match. Full time 1-0 to Manchester City. Raheem Sterling, the goal scorer, the match winner today for Manchester City, of course. The only goal on the night scored by that man. And honestly, disappointing from Arsenal. Disappointing from City, to be fair. They could have had more. Arsenal probably should have had... I mean, they've just got to be better. A really dross performance from them in general, to be fair. Nobody won William bingo. Nobody won VAR bingo. City did know 1-0 was enough, Chris, I agree. Nobody won William bingo. Nobody won VAR bingo. Disappointing, but what can you do? Hey-ho. Now, Rowan will be live in about an hour's time. An hour and a bit's time for the PSG Monaco game. Make sure you tune into that if you're a lover of French football. I won't be there. I'll be watching Man United hopefully win. Hopefully I don't have to sit through another 90 minutes of dross that was. Do appreciate you all coming. Do appreciate you all commenting. Thank you very much for that, guys. Have a nice rest of your night, and I hope you all come and see Rowan later. Thank you and good night.